Brand new information here in Cedar County at the district court level. Prosecutors allege Jason Jones took 9 minutes between his first 3 alleged murders and his last one at a different location. A judge will have to decide if those 9 minutes constitute a single criminal transaction. If not, the death penalty could be taken off the table.
And it's been by the Supreme Court clarified that means in the same transaction, but it's not really clear what the same transaction means. Is it 2 separate murders, one same conspiracy? It's not clear.
Cameras weren't allowed inside the courtroom for Monday's hearing. What you're seeing is video from Jason Jones's arraignment in county court. Jones's lawyer also argued that Nebraska death penalty system, in which 3 judges ultimately decide on the sentence, is unconstitutional.
There's some question, and my argument is there should be more standards and oversight than just the prosecutors from the county.
Prosecutors didn't introduce any exhibits at Monday's hearing, but argued Nebraska has a long history of allowing the death penalty. Lancaster acknowledged that the state Supreme Court has often ruled against him, though he feels the need to use all available arguments given the significance of the case. In Hartington, Nebraska, Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4.
You may recall Jason Jones and his wife Carrie Jones are both charged with murder, but only Jason Jones faces the death penalty. The judge will rule on the motion to quash the death penalty after March 17th. That's when the final briefs are due.